Jules. So we're going to move on to our back to school segment, which is all about education. You've been absolutely dominating this segment, Jules.
Well, I look forward to listening to Reece today.
Turn my mic off.
Today we're going to touch on staking, and I know we could talk about staking for hours and different ways to do it, but I guess we get so bogged down in form and actually assessing race by race that we forget that one of the most important parts of becoming a profitable and responsible gambler is to be able to stake effectively. And Jules, I guess I want to just hand over to you. Give us a little bit of background in the importance of staking and perhaps the best way that you find to stake races.
Yeah, I think to begin with, staking's personal. So as long as, everything with gambling is, it's your personal, what you feel comfortable with. And there's probably two main ways you can probably have a punt, and that's level staking. So that's every horse that I have. Say, for example, I've got a certain bank, I might have $50 on every horse. Now that could be if the horse is at $2 or the horse is at $11. I'm still having $50 on every horse. Now, that's great if the horse at $11 wins for you, because clearly you're winning because that's expanding. But the unfortunate thing with level staking and the flaw with that is you're spending a lot of your bank on horses theoretically that have only got a 10 or a 9% chance of winning, the same as you think a horse has got a 50% chance of winning. So the other option is proportional staking, and that's the one that I probably advocate. Back when I was at the other joint, we did a punter ed on proportional staking. So, for example, you want to win $100. You have a horse at $2, you'd have 100 on it. So that's simple there. A horse at $5, you'd have $25. So you're still making profit $100 every time. But each time the horse's price gets bigger, you are decreasing your stake. So your bank's not going away. So if you've got a horse at $11, well, in essence, it's a 10% chance or something a little bit less than that of winning. You only have to have $11, you only have to have $10 on it. Because again, you're winning your 100, but you're not building into your bank. And then a horse at $26, you might only have to have $4 on it. Again, you're winning your $100. Now people look at that and go, I've just backed a $26 hope, but I've only made $100 and they want to have that $50 and they want to have that big stake on it. But what you've got to think about is it's not just about today. It's about next week, and if you want to continue punting, you've got to go the next week and the week. And it's about responsibly punting, and that's your bank, and that's why you have to, I think, proportionally stake. But again, a lot of other people do units and those kinds of things. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. But I think the key factor is don't burn your bank on horses that don't have as much probability of chance of winning compared to horses that if you're going to play in the pointy end, because you'll quickly evaporate your bank.
Almost sounds like common sense.
And sometimes we are very void of that as punters because we get excited and we want the big payday.
I think you found something at a price.
And increasing stakes as the day goes on to obviously maximise that profit margin. And I think you've made the best point there is when you're staking, you've got to look at it as one long day, don't you? Yeah. In terms of maximising your profit.
And there's layering to that as well. So, for example, if a horse is at $10 but you've marked it $5, then you can stake as if I am backing it as if it is $5. So you're getting overlay on that, and that's what you can do. So there's other layering that's got much more depth to it than just the very simple level staking versus proportional staking. But if you want to play it in for a long time, I think proportional staking is the best way to go, especially if you play pointy end of the market. But as I said, it's personal, but you just got to try and do it responsibly.
No, that's great insight, mate. There's plenty of education and articles available as well via the Betfair website if you do want to explore that even further in terms of, I guess, maximising and being a responsible punter with your staking.
Gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-858-858.